to your Thursday leadership training with Michael. Thanks so much for your questions in the group. And there's two questions that people asked. One is about pooling your group, and what I believe that question was about is how you have to motivate your team to get things done. And this is a really difficult one because there's so many different aspects to it. So, and again, what I got that to mean is they are really, when you have to pool your team, you have to spend so much energy making sure that they get things done. And to me, this often is a symptom of, for example, a cultural issue. And so there's really issues with the mindset of the people in your organization, in your team, and their possibly respect for the organization, for their role, for other people in the team, and maybe even you as a leader. And so when you need to really spend a lot of time pulling people to get them to go along, or to get them to be accountable and to get things done on time, I think that's a really dangerous area for you to be, because that means that there are systemic issues in there, because people should be somewhat motivated to get their job done. And so to really overcome that, there's a lot of things you can do. Really look overall at your relationship with them, how engaged they are, how engaged your team is, and really start working on the culture. Think about what the culture is now and what you want the culture to be. And we talk so many times on these trainings about culture and what really, and shifting culture. And again, it's hard to do in a couple-minute training. Culture, that's really a day. We could talk about culture for days and days, and it really takes a long time to change culture, but it needs to happen soon. And there's so many things you can do with accountability and transparency. And I always find that peer accountability is really important. And what that means is that when it comes to accountability and transparency, you really have visibility on what everybody's, for example, to-dos are. And then when people don't do a good job, that everybody else sees who is accomplishing what they're meant to do and who is letting the team down by not doing there's some specific processes. And maybe you have a weekly meeting, and really it's giving everybody visibility on who is really showing up and getting their job done and who is not. And sometimes just that peer accountability will help people to show up and get things done the proper way. So that was one question. The other question is from Izzy, and that is about having, but what she said, and Izzy's in one of my masterminds, is that people think that they're passing the problem on to her. So it's like she will be curious and want to, I believe, help them and coach them, which is her nature. But it also sounds like that people will sound like she is taking that that conversation over. And so I talk a lot about pre-framing a conversation. I think pre-framing is a good can be used here. And what that is when you get into this conversation, really make sure you set a really specific frame. It's like, hey, if you want, I can help you come up with a solution for you to implement. And you might even specifically say, but just to be clear, this is something you're going to do. I can help brainstorm and come up with a plan, though this is going to be something that you're going to need to take on. Do you want my help on it? And get their agreement that they understand it's theirs. And then at the end saying, okay, do you feel like you have enough information to go through this, or what's your next step going to be in there? And always be really clear about the action plan on that, and make sure you use the word and the term you. I think really can be powerful in that. So those are the two answers, again, about pooling the people and about making sure that they don't offload. You got to be careful, because sometimes when you do help people out, like Izzy is, sometimes they can be keen to offload what they have to do to you. So and you're right, Izzy, it's about setting boundaries and getting real clarity, both I think before and after the conversation occurs, where you really get into the meat of that. So hopefully that gives you a little bit of help. Again, Michael here. I go live most every Fridays at 4 p.m. Whether you're seeing me on YouTube, if you are seeing me on YouTube, give a little hit on the like and subscribe button. That helps more people see this. Same if you're on Facebook, give a little like and a little comment so that I know you're there, and I can really, we can. It's always nice for me to see everybody else dropping a little note. right, everybody, have a great day. We will see you later. Bye-bye.